What's up guys, I hope everyone's doing good, chasing your dreams while not listening to all the naysayers. Back at it with another video. In this video, we're gonna be talking about our goals and how can we actually achieve them. So let's start with saying that there are three types of goals. And a lot of people, if I may ask you right now, what is your goal? And when I ask people this kind of question, the first thing they look at me, Muhammad, what type of goal do you mean? What do you want out of this life? What do you want to be remembered as? And a lot of people take a lot of time because they never asked themselves this kind of question. Is that, what do I want from this life? What is it that I'm after? There's a lot of things that are going on the social media, and we see them on the social media and we think that we want to live in that kind of, let's say, lifestyle, or this is our goal, is to become famous. But deep down, once you tell them, okay, so if your goal is to become famous and maybe not earn a lot of income, is that your goal? They look at you, not really, man. Then what is your actual goal? It might be financial freedom, it might be place freedom, it might be, I don't know, whatever it is. But once you ask yourself this question, you need to be really careful about it, because you will understand what are you actually after, and ask yourself, once I achieve this kind of goal, is this the actual thing that I want to be remembered as? Because we need to understand that once we set our goal, it's not a goal that if we're going to work a little bit on, it's going to happen, and then what? So a lot of people, they tell me, Muhammad, I want to have a good body, I want to have a good mindset, I want to be able to be financially free, location free, and all of these kind of things, but what does it look like? And a lot of people don't know what does it look like, or what does it mean by financial freedom? Or matter of fact, how much is financial freedom for you? And you need to dig deep inside and deep down on what is it exactly that you want. Let me give you an example. So if someone tells me, hey Muhammad, I want to, as simple as it is, so I want to build a body, I want to have the life that I deserve, the body that I want, and the mindset. Okay, so once you get that body, and once you get that life, and once you get that mindset, what happens after that? So once we start thinking in this kind of way, is that it gonna make us dig deeper and deeper and deeper on what is it exactly that we are after. Because once we figure that out, everything becomes so easy. And what do I mean by easy is that everything becomes so clear, and all you have to do is just work towards that goal. But if you don't know what are you after, you can change your mind as quick as it is. That's why a lot of people quit. And when someone quits, they didn't actually buy on the idea from the first place. That's why I don't really believe in something that is called of a motivation, because I don't believe there's something called as a motivation. There's something called as going after your goal or going after your vision. And you are going to do each and every single thing in order to reach that. A motivation fades. When someone tells you, Muhammad, I'm not in a good body, but I need motivation. Well, that is exactly your motivation. Because you are not in a good body, or let's say the life that you deserve, this is exactly why you should reflect and start taking actions depending on that. But they are waiting for some kind of miracle, some kind of things to actually change. All they had to do is just start. All they had to do is just figure out what is it that they are exactly after. So there are three types of goals. So there's the A-type goal, the B-type goal, and the C-type goal. The A-type goal is something that you are already achieving. whatever it is, you're already achieving. The B type goal is something that you have achieved once and you know deep inside if you're gonna quit on, let's say, the procrastination, you're gonna actually log in, boom, you're going to achieve it. Now, these two type of goals are not really stretching out our comfort zone or stretching out our ideas and thoughts and the mindset, because we're already achieving it, or we once achieved it, so we know what does it feel like. Well, what is it gonna develop, or what is it exactly that's gonna develop a trait or a habit that's gonna keep us chasing and going after what we want and attracting it? This is where the C-type goal comes in. This is what you are going to be after. The C-type goal. The C-type goal now is the fantasy goal. Here's where you let your mind just wander. There isn't any limit until you put that limit for you. See, a lot of these successful individuals, they have one thing in common, is that they knew what are they after. Maybe it was when they were 18, maybe then when they figured it out when they became 30, 40, 50, whenever it is. So for me, I sat with myself like, Muhammad, what do I actually want out of this life? What is my C-type goal? So my C-type goal is be the number one mentor in health and longevity, impacting people all around the world by the mindset out of God and the body that I actually worked on. And reconnect people with their purpose. With their purpose in God, with their purpose in their relationship with their family, and purpose of life. A lot of people get distracted on what is it exactly that they want, and sometimes feel shy speaking it to their family members or speaking it to their friends, because the first thing they're gonna say, hey, be logical. You can't think this way. No one did it before you. So who are you to do that? Just follow our paths, follow our advices, and then you're going to get whatever we did. But in order to go out of this bubble, or in order to achieve something that someone in your family members or someone that you know haven't really achieved, you need to start surrounding with yourself with people that actually have what do you want. Now, once you sit with them, they're gonna tell you all about what do you actually want and how can you achieve it. But first, you gotta get rid of all of the noises, all of the distractions, and start building yourself. So how I started was back in 3 years. My first book was The 48 Laws of Power. It taught me a lot of things. And I started sitting with myself, discovering who I am and what am I after. What do I actually want to be remembered as? And I live under one exact quote that goes by, I won't live forever, but I can create something that will, which is changing people's life. And that's what I mentor people on. So you can find it, you can text me whenever you want. I'll put my Instagram down below. You can text me recreation, and we can actually recreate your life, the body, and the mind that you deserve. Anyways, so what I was saying is that you need to start discovering what are you actually after. Once you do that, and actually do that, sit down with yourself and ask yourself 10 whys. Why do I want a good body? Oh, well, I deserve it. Then why do you deserve it? Well, I don't know. I'm going to the gym. I deserve a good body. Ask yourself 10 times. Why? Until you, boom. You figure out an answer that no matter what's going to happen, you don't need someone to tell you what should you do. You don't need to actually procrastinate on what are you actually after. And you are going to start taking actions. So an example, so for me, what I started doing is that I want to spread my message through the world. I started posting on social media, and now I'm doing it on YouTube. I don't know how many people will watch this kind of video right now, but I do understand that after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 70 years, whatever it is, someone is going to come across this video and the ideas and the thoughts and the value that I gave them, and they're going to change their life. And that's the power of social media, is that no matter how much time passes, it is still there. You can change a lot of people's life if you have a lot of value to add. So I've helped over 190 individuals to actually change their life. And it all started with discovering, what are you after? What is your goal? What is your C-type goal? And once you actually write it down, start asking yourself, why can't I start today? Or matter of fact, start operating as if you have this kind of goal. What does that version of you look like? So let's say, for an example, I have a good body, abs shredded, healthy. What does that individual look like? He wakes up at 5 a.m., he meditates, he takes care of his health, food-wise, water-wise, gut-wise, because your gut health is the most important thing, because it's really connected with your mind. And then you're gonna start discovering the answers. And instead of complicating where should you start with and how can you start on all of these things, because you might not find the answers, because there's a lot of answers or a lot of ways. But once you start thinking as if you have this kind of goal, the answers just narrow down, narrow, and then just few bits of the pieces of the answers or ideas and thoughts. These are the things that you have to start implementing on and start taking actions. Once you do that, you need to every single day, repetitively, speak it out to yourself. Because you have been programmed in a way that you had another goal in your mind, or maybe you didn't have a lot of goal in your mind. But now you have written down what is your goal. But once you open your eyes, you can't really think consciously. Hey man, is this actually true? Can I actually achieve it? Is this what I'm after? But once you repetitively speak it as if it already happened, the mind is going to actually have that as an idea, as a truth, and you're going to actually start operating based on the version that you have written for yourself. So this is one of the ways of how can you actually discover what are you after? What is it that you want to actually live life with? And then all of these ideas, all of these thoughts are useless if you're not going to start taking action. 4 weeks from now, or even 8 weeks, 12 weeks, I can guarantee you, if you can start taking small steps, small actions, whatever it is, you are going to be in a better position than you are right now, because you just started taking action, as small as it is. 4, 8, 12 weeks from now, you're going to be better position that you are right now. But if you can't change anything, or if you won't change anything, you can't be really shocked on why did I actually have the same results that I had a week ago, 4 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, 12 weeks ago, a year ago, because nothing changed. See, it might seem so easy, it might seem so, like, Muhammad, this is basic knowledge. But a lot of these basic knowledge, not a lot of people actually operate on it. That's why they don't change. They are waiting on this kind of bubble idea or magic idea that's going to actually change their life. But it does not work like that. See, I always talk to myself is that, man, I want to be successful. And whatever success means for me, how can I actually be that person? What does that person actually look like? I started attracting the good people in my life and rebelling the people that are not good in my life, that don't add any value, that don't add any purpose, because it's super important. This is how life works. It's like, it's like a magnetic wave. You can't attract and rebel at the same time. If we had a table, 4 chairs, if these 4 chairs are always full and packed, how are you expecting new people to actually enter your life? How are you how are you expecting to attract the good people, the people that you want to actually have in your life, if your church is always occupied? You simply can't. Because once they come, they see that your chairs are occupied with the wrong people. No one wants the wrong people. So if you're actually happy with having the negative people around you and the people that just put you down because they're your friends, your family members, or whoever it is, then you can't be sad that whatever is happening in your life is because of you. I'm not saying you have to give up on them, but all I'm saying is that at least you level up so you can make them level up with you. But if you're gonna stay in the same exact table, sitting, talking about the same exact things each and every single day, you know what's gonna happen? Maybe one of your friends or family members, they're gonna level up and forget about you, or they're gonna bring you with them. So matter of fact, if no one is gonna do that kind of thing, it's a better choice that you do it, so you can level the people around you. But don't shrink together. Don't shrink in the same boat. That's the most important thing. If you want to level up, make your people level up with you. But don't shrink together. Because at the end of the day, someone needs to make a change, and the change needs to start with you. You knowing what are you after, and you knowing what is your goal. So that's it for this kind of video. If you enjoyed this kind of value, make sure you subscribe. I'll be uploading each and every single Sunday. I really love what I do, man. This is just free value. I wish someone told me about all of these things 2, 3, 4 years ago. I would have just seen life in a different perspective. And not just told me, it's like, man, explain to me as I'm explaining to you guys. What is it that I'm after? How can I attract the right people? How can I rebel the wrong people? And how can I actually attract my goal? If someone told me that like 4 years ago, I'll be in a better position than I'm in right now. But I'm always grateful. There's always going to be lessons. Maybe a lot of people won't see this video right now, but in a year, 2 years, 4 years, 10 years, or maybe 70 years, a lot of people will do, and they're going to change their lives. So it's not the views that I'm after, it's not how many people they're going to watch this kind of thing, but if I can change someone's life, that's what I'm after. If someone can come up to me like, tell me, Muhammad, just because of you I didn't actually give up, just because of you gave me the wisdom, just because of you I actually changed my life and leveled the people around me. That's what I'm after. So make sure you guys tune in every single Sunday.